is here again. Do you need superior service that offers more than just tax filing? Well, look no further. Come to the Barrett Group. Your filing experts await you as they give you the very best in tax preparation. They're authorized IRS e-filers, electronic filing, direct deposits to your bank, rapid refund in less than 24 hours, audit shield, and so much more. It's the Barrett Group. No upfront fees. What a deal! You just can't afford to not file with the Barrett Group. Think big. And we're now located for your convenience at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida, 33319. Call us at 954-306-8607.
Become a sponsor of the Caribbean News by placing your ad here. Contact the news department at 954-464-5900. It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. Antigua to enter 2022 with most COVID-19 restrictions removed. Prime Minister Gaston Brown says Antigua and Barbuda will be entering 2022 with most, if not all, of its COVID-19 measures removed, whether or not a significant number of people have been vaccinated. I want to make a point here, too, that we are moving towards dropping the state of emergency, the curfews, and so on, and eliminate most of the restrictions as we can by the end of the year, the latest. He said the nationals were given sufficient time to get vaccinated to curb the spread of the virus. Last week, Information Minister Melford Nicholas said the public sector employees who would have contracted COVID-19 and are in the early stages of recovery will be considered medically exempt from the government's mandatory vaccination policy. He was responding to a public outcry that despite being in a position of a letter from the Chief Medical Officer, CMO, advising of their status, some employees complained that they were still being sent home. According to health officials, persons who have recovered from the virus must wait for a period of several weeks before they are medically advised to take a COVID vaccine. Nicholas said that those alleged incidents are a result of some inconsistency and that the situation should be addressed soon. The government has warned that the salaries of those public sector employees who remain unvaccinated will be withheld unless the employees can provide a valid medical exemption while they remain away from work. Trade unions on the island have taken legal action to get the government to reverse the policy, claiming that the vaccine mandate is too harsh. Facebook, Instagram appear to partly reconnect after nearly 6 hours outage. Facebook and Instagram appear to be partially reconnected to the global internet on Monday afternoon, nearly 6 hours into an outage that paralyzed the social media platform.
Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp went offline for users across the globe, the social media giant said on Monday. Reuters cannot immediately confirm the issue affecting the services, but the error message on Facebook's homepage suggested a problem with the domain name system, or DNS. Security experts tracking the situation said the outage could have been triggered by a configuration error, which could be the result of an internal mistake, though sabotage by an insider would theoretically be possible. An outside hack was viewed as less likely. Facebook acknowledged users were having trouble accessing its apps, but did not provide any specifics about the nature of the problem or how many were affected by the outage. Shares of Facebook, which has nearly 2 billion daily active users, fell more than 5% in afternoon trading on Monday.
In entertainment, Bounty Killer and Foota Hype defends Richie Stephens, angering some female fans. Bounty Killer and Foota Hype are getting some pushback from female fans for defending Richie Stephens. Bountikin and Foothype are among the voices which strongly support Richie Stephens in the height of a rape allegation leveled against him by Singapore entertainer General Ling, who claims that the artist raped her in 2019, but the case couldn't go further because there was insufficient evidence to charge him. The incident reportedly occurred in Australia in late 2019 while the artist was on his Jamaican Flavor tour in Australia, with the woman asserting that she was a member of his entourage and that he committed the act while they stayed at an Airbnb when the two of them were left alone. Richie Stephens has not outrightly denied that he had any sexual relations, as he focused a response video to the fact that he was exonerated by Australian police, who refused to charge him. However, fans observing online have taken sides, with many asserting that Stephens' composure and focus on discrediting his alleged victim was some evidence that he was guilty. Become a sponsor of the Caribbean News by placing your ad here. Contact the news department at 954-464-5900. In business, McDonald's pledges net zero emissions by 2050. McDonald's says it will cut its global greenhouse gas emissions to net zero by 2050. Julian Sadowit reports for
McDonald's
Reuters.
says it aims to cut its global greenhouse gas emissions to net zero by 2050. The target covers everything from the beef in its burgers to the lights in its restaurants. On Monday, the burger chain also said it was working with the non-profit Science-Based Targets Initiative to revamp its existing climate goals. By 2030, it aims to cut a third off emissions from suppliers and its nearly 40,000 restaurants. United Nations scientists say the world's net emissions must fall to zero by 2050 to limit climate change. McDonald's joins more than 1,000 companies that have signed similar pledges. About 80% of its emissions come from the supply chain, in particular its use of beef, chicken, dairy and other proteins. The US chain is one of the world's biggest buyers of beef. Now McDonald's says it will use new guidelines from the Science-Based Targets Initiative to cut emissions from agriculture, land use and forestry.
And in sports, Sunshine Girls in high spirits ahead of Tri-Nation Series. President of Netball Jamaica, Trisha Robinson, says the players are in high spirits ahead of the Tri-Nation Series. The series, which involves the Sunshine Girls, Trinidad and Tobago, and Jamaica's national men's netball team, is set for the National Indoor Sports Center starting on October 14. Robinson says the girls have not tasted competitive action since January, and they are eager to return to the courts. The competition will be played without spectators, but Robinson says the fans will not be left out.
We will be streaming our games. We are just about to put ink to paper on that deal, so it is the intent of the stream. So yes, we will let the public know as soon as who our streamers are and where it is that you can go to view the game.
Trisha Robinson. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean. Become a sponsor of the Caribbean News by placing your ad here. Contact the news department at 954-464-5900.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
You can depend on me. Yes, you can. Yeah. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down. And if I lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I want it out on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing fine. In your corner like the coach, at the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no close, catch no swing my way. Enough my toll and not the road, but never switch, I say. And if we fight to death, that's the right way. So when I call you my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Me in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Oh, yes, I am, whoa. Say she loyal to the grave, me hope you're not straight. Hope you not change your mind, me know that still. Yeah, my dog, I'm my dog, till the last day. Hope them not sell me out for the fast pay. In your corner like the cold shot and bring me side. Tell yourself a fighter. Never switch when it get rough, yeah, we survive storm. Yeah, the family come first until my life. When me say love your sister, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down. Yeah, me solid from the start before no food I eat. From a barely have no shoes and from the roof I leak. I try to get to the paper, man, I'm on over street. I know the table turn the tune, I beat the youth a rip. Well, I'm a dog them there. Remember the crew no we. No girl couldn't sink the ship and money couldn't do it. Now I hide the glory from a farm, I want to know for see it. I put my bread up on a plane, now hell we used to sleep there. And if the house and everything inside, they would just stand up by the king's side. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. As you can see, I am around the new round table that Tenny Miller, of course, graciously endorsed yesterday. Yes, and what a show Tenny Miller had yesterday. Of course, Tenny Miller is one of those broadcasters, a great broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. Great broadcaster. And, you know, but on the technical side, he'll be the first to tell you that he's not technical savvy. But hey, it's the world that we're living in, and we have to get technical savvy. So, Tenny Miller, I want to sit with you on the technical side because I know that when you master this thing on the technical level, everything will go shell away. Like what we would say in Jamaica, in our Jamaica dialogue. Shell away, meaning everything gone, sky high, as Patch B would say, sky up, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Of course, I'm going to show you a picture of a young lady that will be, we were covering, and of course, she went missing. It's Maya, that's Maya McConnell, and ladies and gentlemen, there you go, and her body has been found. Condolences to the parents, DJ Eternal Vibes, of course, and the whole family, you know, to everyone out there, Giselle, everybody who, the aunts, the uncles, you know, who has been so instrumental in the search. But I can tell you this, my people, big and serious, once again, RIP for Maya, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she has been missing since September 24th around 5 p.m. and they found her body. I don't know. Listen, and I'm going to be 100% straight up here. The show is called Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. So I only can speak the truth the naked way, to be honest with you. If you go back to last week when I was doing the show and I said we were actually reaching out to people, if you have any information or anything that can lead to an arrest or anything that can lead up to her being found, please do share it. Here are some numbers. We were giving out all these numbers. We were doing all these things. And the moment we have gotten word that the suspect or the person of interest committed suicide, I said to you out publicly, that closed the case for me. I said it to them. I said, that closed the case for me. Here's why. 9 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, when somebody of interest take with themselves that kind of way they are, commit suicide, you know what the result is already. Anyway, as a parent, you have to think different. You have to, even when you see the body are grown, you still a search to distinguish mark. You just want that kind of closure. So as a parent, I do understand that, you know what I mean? But the reality of the thing is, from the moment that guy took his life, I knew that this would be the end result. Again, condolences to the family of Maya, ladies and gentlemen. And it's one of those things where, how do we get a grip on this? We talk every day about corona and how it kill off people and all these things. And people still are dead some way, which we get sidetracked with this virus and this vaccine and this mandate thing with them a mandate. That's, we don't even realize what's going on before our eyes. So these persons now who have these devious intentions understand it and capitalizing on it. How many persons died from the gun between yesterday and today? Here alone in the United States. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to challenge you. How many persons died from the gun or in the hospital with gunshot wound? In opposed to how many persons died from corona yesterday? In this country alone. Nobody doing that kind of a math. No. There's nobody out there doing that kind of a math, ladies and gentlemen. And there is a much bigger issue here, which is gun violence, ladies and gentlemen. It's a much bigger issue. However, again, it boils back down to what we're going to discuss today. Stay with us, man. A very interesting conversation coming up. I'm getting these things out the way. And as I speak, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. Again, we have changed up our program here to suit your listening pleasure. And of course, we have a thing called Movie Mondays. Every Monday at 8 p.m. we show a movie. But what we do, we give back to the community with Movie Mondays. Movie Mondays is not just an entertaining thing where we show a movie, and sometimes we try to make these movies educational. We have an unpicked team that sit down and watch these movies prior to us showing them on a Monday. And we go through the movies for more reasons than one. Here are one of the reasons, to ensure that we show you some clean movie. 2 is to ensure that it's something educational, inspiring, simply mean inspirational, something that is empowering, and something that we can learn from. Because I think that's what's missing in today's day, why we're having so much problem, why it seems like an apocalypse is happening. It seems that way because hence, when the things that we're watching now, the songs that we're listening to now, the energy that comes off them. And a lot of people don't understand that there are some energy that comes from these things, you know. Yes, man. There are some energies that come from these things, ladies and gentlemen, that allow us to act the way that we're acting. And of course, psychologists and scientists and many different scholars around the world pick up on this, especially those in the eastern side of the world. If my Egyptian friends were still around today, the one that read the moons and the suns and the stars, they would tell you that the energy that we're picking up from these. Hey, listen, have you ever sit down and listen to a music and you just start bawl? Big and serious. You just hear a song and you just start bawl. Nobody no lick you, you know. Nobody no box, nobody no pinch, nobody no thump, nobody no spank you. You listen to a particular song and when one line come up and it provokes something and you just start bawl. It does that to you. You will have one of the hardest day in the field to pick cotton and cane, and you hear a certain kind of song. And you just feel like you can go work some more. You just feel energized. You just give me 10 more acres of field. I want to go chop some cane or pick some cotton. I want to go reap some corn. Because of the certain music where you hear. Why do you think when those men that used to build the railroad used to hum some song? That's the sound of the men working on the chain. What do you think it do? It fuels them in a sense where it makes you feel like, I don't think there's a drug that has been created that have that impact on us the way music does. This is how powerful music is. Now, if you're somebody who are biblical, it tell you from the book of Genesis, where it says, listen, man, music is the harmony, Music is one of the thing where wake them up in heavens, That's even the devil himself was a great musician, Make you want to think twice about musicians, eh? I want to follow them a devil. But may I tell you this, it's a gift that it's more than a gift. Meaning it is something that when you possess this gift, you are granted the gift of changing lives. Trust and believe that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what is happening. You are granted the gift of changing life. So when you get that gift, man, it's what you do with that gift that speaks volume. All right? So, again, my people, I have seen it where the gun is causing a problem, and some people feel like once them hold a gun at them and automatically them becomes immortal. And it's so accessible now. If you notice, the barrels of guns that go to my country, I don't know about another country. Maybe there is ton loads and there's shiploads going other places. But in my country, if you notice the address to where those guns are shipped to, it's not uptown. If you notice the address where these guns have been shipped, you have youths, let's call a spade a spade. You have youths in Jamaica who don't even have the proper knowledge of how to handle a gun. But guess what? It's so easy, pull back and squeeze. You just pull back, point and squeeze. And that's it. That's the only fundamental that all of them need to know, no matter what size, big or small, semi-automatic or not. But if you notice the address where all these guns are going, my people, all right. So what we need to realize now as a group, collectively, as a village, is that is this something systematically designed to keep you where you are? We can't reason no more. Here comes social media now, take away the means of personal interactions. So therefore, the body language that you would have, I don't know it anymore. You just say something, I'm just take it literal. Nobody's thinking anymore. Nobody think outside the box. Nobody uses common sense anymore. If you're in the club, a packed club, obviously if a club is that packed, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to step on someone's shoes, slippers, or toe. Sorry is not acceptable anymore. First thing we have to meet in the parking lot, let's take it outside. Somebody eyelash have to jog off, wig have to tear off. These ladies are wearing next to nothing, so you don't need to jog them clothes and them naked anymore. You don't even need to pull a string because there's not even a string. What is demoralizing us? What is it? This is why we have this conversation here on a daily basis. What kind of ingredients is in the soup that we're drinking? Some of us become this coffee lover. What is in the coffee that we're drinking? What go on when I hear tea, a lunch with TC, where you have for lunch at daytime make you so hungry? I had to say to a elderly lady yesterday, listen, somebody who should have known better, I was actually doing some helping my mom with some stuff yesterday. And a lady passed and she looked into the vehicle. So I saw she look into the vehicle, so I said, good afternoon. Obviously, you never said Jack, much less Jill. Why may I have to say it again? So I say it again. She will say, Me answer you already, you know. And this is a Spanish lady, by the way, not Jamaican. Not because me are talking about Jamaican dialect. So not just Jamaican alone, ignorant and dark. So she's like, I answer you already, you know. So I say, obviously I didn't hear, that's why I had to say it again. But anyway, then she ran off with this anger. So I say, why the anger? In a soft tone, you know, I say, why the anger? Why we have to display such anger amongst ourselves? This is how I kill her softly like Roberta Flack, you know. I say, why such anger? Why we have to be this angry with each other? Life is too short, man. Have a good day, ma'am. And walk off. She couldn't say another word, you know. Me know, listen, me know when she go in her house, she must say I beat herself and I say, yo, you know, so look a young man, right, me need to slow down. Because she had no reason to be even acting up like that. Because one thing, you're an old man, me a young boy. Me I work for my social, so my social, me don't need you for your social either. So I can't want you. Or every time you try to be nice and polite and them say, oh, when them they get you through, manners get you through the world. I lie them I tell. Because sometimes even when you have manners, you feel like you want to dark up some people. Imagine, you know, them say respect your elder. I see this woman as my elder and I say hi, good afternoon to her. And she move with some attitude like she better than me. And that's a them problem, you know, man. Tracy me look like me I sweat. You see some work me I do for my old lady. And outside me there work and it's hot. My thing is, my people, what we don't understand is, and this is why we create the Movie Mondays thing too, you know. We try shift the energy. This is why we play. You notice the song I'm going to play, the video I'm going to play just now? The songs I'm going to play to enter the show. Have you guys noticed or take heed to what they are saying? I have never came here one day to do this show and my entry song. Whether me choose it or the producers them choose it. The show line is launched with TC The Naked Truth. It has to have something to do with inspire, empower, and entertaining. More so educational. So if you notice the kind of songs that we choose to start the show, because we know that these things can shift energy. With Movie Mondays, we have a team that sit down and we go through the movies them, and we choose the kind of movie that we know that is also inspiring, empowering, entertaining, and educational as well. Real life issues that we go through. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, last night movie was One Love, and we have a couple questions we're going to ask to those of you who actually watched the movie, because we have some stuff that we're giving away today. Here is a brand new Caribbean radio. It's a tablet top FM HD radio, ladies and gentlemen. The new radio them that allows you to listen to HD channels. It's like, you know, you have XM radio, you only can get it in your car, but you can't get it at home. Well, now you have the HD one where you can get both in your car and you can get it at home. So we're giving away one of these, ladies and gentlemen. Insignia. This is the brand, and it's a known, a prominent brand right now that is definitely taking over the media market, because they have some great TVs and stuff like that. They see them coming out with laptops and so forth. But yes, it plays very clear the statistics-free audio, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to HD channel without a subscription, because you know that the other rest of one them you have to subscribe in order to get them. You don't have to subscribe to this one, and you can listen to us on Caribbean Radio HD 94.9 HD2 freely from this radio right here. So we're going to ask some questions. We have 3 questions we're going to ask. When we do ask those questions, ladies and gentlemen, if you get 2 out of the 3 right, guess what? If you're local, you can pick this up. And if you are far away in another country, whether you're up on the east, west, north, or south side of the world, we'll ship this out to you. Because we know that we have a heavy listening audience, east, west, north, and south of the world. So we will ship this to you as well. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a phone number. When you ask a question, you call that number. If you get it 2 out of the 3 correct, then this quality new 2021 laptop HD FM radio is yours. Cool? All right. All courtesy of Caribbean Radio HD, ladies and gentlemen. 94.9 HD2, 93.5 HD3 in New York City, New Jersey, and Connecticut. All right? So, at 1:15 today, we're going to ask you the question. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call, write this number down because you're going to need it. I'm going to put it on the screen a little bit. It's 305-654-7944. Again, that's 305-654-7944. Answer 2 questions right out of the 3. All right, answer all 3 correct. This radio will be yours. It doesn't matter where you're located right now. So put it right here. Somebody, I think this would have your name on it. For real. So big up to my Caribbean Radio HD family, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And we'll be doing this every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we'll be giving away something. Would that be a merch from FLEXX FM or something from Caribbean Radio, a merch from Caribbean Radio HD. We're doing this together, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So that's what's up. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, at 1:15 today, we'll be giving away this radio. Make sure that you keep it locked in on the flip side. So a couple of minutes from now still. So we do have the questions here. We have 3 questions. I'm going to give away them. There's the number that comes up on your screen right now. If you even want to join the conversation, that's the number to call, all right? It's right here. Mm-hmm. Yes, man. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I have this big problem. Every time I turn on the news, I see some people get shot, some people dead. Them little cheap wall where them have in this country. I don't know how nobody now lobbies for that. I say, yo, if we not go sell the people them house, 300 and 400,000 house, at least sell them a house. Them are worse than the hut them where the people them have Africa. At least we know say a hut them then it build out a bamboo. This is deceiving. Them little sheetrock something here is very much deceiving. Mr. them people know how to polish up and sell you something in a man. Some people, hey, listen. I was talking yesterday and in a conversation and, you know, my color vent and I say, yo, one of them want to sell you this American dream. What happened to my dream? What happened to my dream? Why do I have to, if me want to live life, if me not get a piece of the American dream? So, what I do, everybody dash for them dream and I chase the American dream. You see what I go on? I can't take it. Everybody dash for them dream, you know, and I chase the American dream. But I don't know how some people make it out yesterday when Instagram, WhatsApp, and of course, Facebook were down for a couple hours. Some people, yo, me I comb through all media to find out who commits suicide because of such action. I don't know why Mr. Zuckerberg did that to his people. Listen, there are layers that have been tearing away, ladies and gentlemen, layers. And I said this on the show that, and some people say, yo, you can't buy it there and you feed you. Those platforms are not feeding me. No, they're not feeding me. We are more feed that platform, man. That platform cannot be a platform without you. We are all followers. That's what we are, followers. If you notice, go up on your friend page and them say, check who is following you if your name not come up on it. If you are a friend with that person, you're a follower, man. In Jamaica, we call them people who follow people. You're not innovative. You're not creative. You don't have the skill to be an entrepreneur. You will always be following what's trending. Yes, that's all you are. A follower. Any one of them, from the TikTok, the Twitch, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the what? You're just a follower. Be creative. Time for you to be creative now, man. Some people live on them thing and then me see go down yesterday, me say, yo, some people dead here now, you know. Me say you got a funeral like mad here now. How you manage? Somebody wanna tell me how you manage. Let me see, I was supposed to have some of them, some of our people, because me have some, me tell them all the while, listen, if that platform is giving you guys problem, we have created a platform where you can always go and watch us live, ladies and gentlemen. You can go to flexfm.online. We spell our flex with 2 X's, all right? And I tell you that before, that that's what you can do. Go there and watch there. There's a chat room you can chat in there too. If not that now work out, you can go to brogearradioshow.com, and there's a chat room there you can chat to. See? But no, this is a platform I want to go upon because people business just depend on it. So I will just do a follow people business for real. But again, as I said, I understand for the means of some people because this is where some people get their news. So we can't knock it because the other places them that we would rather that we normally are accustomed to going to for our news are becoming fake news, as they say. Our previous president says fake news them, and for more every day it starts to show more and more because those news outlets now are taking their news from social media platform. So why not just go to social media and done? If you look and you see most of these inserts that they have, they're taking it from social media. Then why not just go to social media and done? You know what I mean? My brethren say, them take away my love and like emoji. He's a youth on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, the system. I have been doing some research on this thing called the system. Not only am I doing some research on the system, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also doing some research on the Bible. Because I know that there are 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Anything where you say happen, it either the blueprint come from the Bible and so forth. So what I do as a journalist, I do some reading and I do some researching. And I come to understand that the script that is written in the biblical text, ladies and gentlemen, we are now actually seeing unfolding out in government. So I think that government believes so much in the Bible as them say in God we trust. I notice in every one of them traditional system that they have, them make you put your hand on what? You think of one dictionary? Or you think of one app? No, they make you put your hand on a Bible. And when you put your hand on the Bible, ladies and gentlemen, the marks have to swear before God and man that you had speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you who? Man? No. So help you God. And if them find you guilty, dog, name your supper. As much as them tell you to put your hand and swear, say you gotta tell the truth and whatever. But to me, that was foolishness then as a youth. I grew up, I'm a big man now, I don't know that. Enough man put the man on that and still tell, be a lie. For real. Enough of them put the man on it and still tell be a lie. Why not though? Because the man will represent you, know exactly what you do. Because you and him sit down in a previous meeting before and say, yeah, me, they do it and so and so. And him come work hard and tell a much bigger lie. Forget you off and him know. Say, you do it because you and him sit down and you can't find. You're transparent with your attorney. And your attorney stand up in front of the world and tell all the next person who him know him go ask some bag of question where a lie for put for them on upon the Bible and swear to for tell the truth. And when the person start tell the truth, they make the person look like liar. The system. Yeah. So it not make you take 2 steps back and clutch. It make you take 2 steps back and clutch, man. I be a clutch, me a clutch. For real. So, when you look at stuff like this, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to say to yourself, what should I believe? Who should I believe? Well, me I go tell you the naked truth. Believe the person with the money. Because of the money speaks volume. Remember, there's a scripture in the book that says, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. No, what really belongs to Caesar? Julia, welcome, my sister. The question is, what belongs to Caesar? Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. You know. What belongs to Caesar? How come Caesar becomes the rightful owner to what it is that me need for give? A piece of land where me supposed to have authority over to, because when God did make this place, God never said, Caesar, you're in control of this place, and everybody for pay you. For live here, so. So them come in with a system, ladies and gentlemen, and that, you know what that system does? Allow you and I to be slaves. Allow you and I to be pauper. Have it ever occurred to you that from the day this Bible was written, is only 1% a person control the wealth of the world? And you ever hear it said 2% of people control the wealth? Or you ever hear 3% a person control the wealth? Why is it so? Why is it so? Why is it only 1% of person control the wealth? And that 1%, last week, you know, I read about the 15 wealthiest person in Jamaica, you know. And number one on the list was number one from the day the man they open a business in Jamaica, you know. Mr. Michael Leach, you know, the man not come off a number one spot, you know. So therefore, there will always be that 1%. So out of the 1% of wealthy person in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, you have 99% of persons down there broke and hungry. All the one who may say them a shatter. How can you be a shatter and you beg people money for buy shot? I don't understand that. Let me ask another question, my people. Because maybe you guys have the answer to these questions, you know. How can you live in a community and there is job going on in the community that the government have make a deal on? Listen me carefully. And the country where they make the deal with bring in all I work at them. That means we don't have nobody with sense in our country, you know, or in that community that can do the work, you know. All you need to bring in is 2-4 man, you know. And the deal should create that we have the physical labor. And you're going to pay them this amount and you not pay them the minimum wage. But them so hungry for the deal, and it's not about the betterment of the country, but it's the betterment of their pocket. This is the reason why we will forever have that 1% of wealthy person, and it never get 1.5, much 1.25, much less 1.5. It's always 1% a person, a wealthy person around the world. The Rockefellers, the Rothschild, the you name them. Now what not get bigger than them? Appear all money still around the place. How so? That's what I would love to know. How so? What happened? What transpired? Why me can be a 1% too? And you do everything that you have been told to do. By the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread. The man there eat steak. More than bread. You have been told so, but guess what you have been told too? Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So no matter how you work, you take more taxes out of your money than them take for anything else. And then when tax time come, you have to approve, so you make X amount to get back X amount. A joke thing that, my people. There's a system called the credit-based system. Them have a system now where them call it the student loan system, where now them want garnish pay for student loan and them thing. Then as he say that the devil was a mouse. You don't see it? The devil did have to exist, my people. I want to say have to exist because him I go show up some colors at some people. Him unveil some mask off of some people. Because some of them come to you with good grace, wolf in sheep clothing. And at the same time, at the end of the day, my people, they are the same one where they do the most wicked thing to you. Listen to me when I talk, my people. I have sit here and say, may I listen to every country, not just my country in Jamaica. I have been listening to the countries around the world. I have noticed a few things, and here are some of the things that I have noticed, ladies and gentlemen. One, this virus called the COVID-19, coronavirus. Coronavirus is a virus that has been around for a while, ladies and gentlemen. COVID-19 is a different strain of the coronavirus. It comes in many different forms. But this time around now, it comes around more deadly than anything else. Why? In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it's a virus that has been tampered with. Simply means something that has been created. But here are some of the things that I have observed. I've observed, one, that this was created from a lab. This gateway from a lab. Normally, normal virus, natural virus, ladies and gentlemen, don't come out of a laboratory. Natural virus doesn't come from a laboratory. Get that in your head. Let me repeat that. Natural disease doesn't come from laboratory, ladies and gentlemen. So this is something that has been tampered with. So somebody has been playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with us. All right? However, the lab that they say that this came from, which it was in Wuhan and so forth, how is it that that lab contained that thing so fast and things went back to normal so quick there, but yes, the rest of the world is being punished? We're having an apocalypse right now. This pandemic thing right now, it is spending over, normally them things take 2, 3, 4 years before them control it anyway, based on, previous studies that I personally have done in reading and with other disease like the same corona, the same coronavirus comes, it comes back. Them have one thing called the Black Plague, but then a deadly plague. Plague is disease, by the way, but in the Bible you will see the word plague a lot. Simply meaning disease has been coming around from biblical time. Remember when disease is cast on the earth, them say a God himself, and not the devil, God, they cause certain disease. Remember when Moses did want to free the Israelites, them and him cause some disease, it sounds like witchcraft to me, like Obia then, but some disease, them man they go and them man they cause it. So you see how them modify that in today's date now. Them time that Moses was a walking lab, because him that walk with a rod and him just throw down him rod and rod turn in a snake and bait things, cause a disease, and for every firstborn just a dead off. Them they have one coming up in modern time called the swine flu. Them have another one called the Ebola, and them have them coming up. Here comes another disease, AIDS. So them diseases are come. Where them come from? Normally, here's how studying a little bit about biology. And when you talk about certain diseases, ladies and children, that infect us, the human being, sometimes them come from certain fruits, certain plants. These diseases are not coming from certain plants. They are coming from, if you get this disease here, them say it come from a bat to a cat and from a cat to human being. How so? I don't know. For real. So now this one come from out of a lab. That alone should have raised your antennas, ladies and gentlemen. That within itself alone should have raised your antenna and said, wait, a lab? That means this is something with them create then. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, normally if you know them people are working in labs, so them create something, them create so them have a problem, them create a solution. For real. People are having issues, people are having complications with the solution that them have right now. Some say the solution is vaccine, some say it is mask, some say it is 6 feet apart, some say it's hand sanitizing, some say if you just bathe and cleanse yourself properly. This is the solution that they have. Ladies and gentlemen, what is working or what have been working? I don't know. This is why we come here with these questions. Ladies and gentlemen, our numbers here are 305-654-7944. Caller, you live.
Calling for prayer.
Well, go on, my friend.
The enemy is raging with witchcraft. The money forces where I live. Because upstairs, the money forces witchcraft. They're ponging all the time. They're rolling and no peace, no rest.
So you use which one you're talking about? You're talking about when Moses threw down the rod and then Moses then turned the water into blood and then them kill off every firstborn. You said that wasn't witchcraft?
Calling for prayer for what they're doing for me, to me in my apartment.
Oh, you want prayer?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So here we know. We do have a prayer line. All right. I'm going to give you that number. And you call that number. It's a prayer line here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to give you a number. And they're going to open they have a prayer line. There's some nice pastors here on this station, Caribbean Radio HD, ladies and gentlemen, and they will assist you in that way. So I'm going to have my producer give you a number off the air. All right? And you call that number, and trust me, they will assist you. I hope everything will work out fine for you, though. You hear me, sister?
Okay, I'll be glad.
Of course, why not? And listen, when no cost life, no cost nothing. Enjoy the rest of your day, yeah? It's going to be all right.
Bye-bye.
This too shall pass, my sister.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Don't
welcome.
forget to give me the phone number.
Yes, man. You're going to get that number right now.
Okay.
Hold the line for me, yeah? All right. So I am so happy that we can help out, a sister with certain issues. I'm making sure that when I get her this number because it's very important. All right. So my producer, that's a number that I am going to give to you, so you can give to that lady. And because sometimes, we can help out. We can help out that way. For real. There's nothing wrong with that. Helping out and sharing and helping each other. And if it's prayer she want, then of course, there's so many competent pastors that we have on this station here, Caribbean Radio HD, that can assist her. Yes. So again, now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have gotten that number to her, quick and fast, let me just move on and share this thing here. Let me go to a message that we see here. All right. So Tracy, I don't know, kind of a text message that text message that they've not valid, not catch water.
Did you get it? I'm sorry. Yes.
6494.
6494.
Yes.
6494.
That text message they've not carry value. Okay.
305.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, as we are bubbling now, we're going to take a quick break. But before we go to the break, let me just get to this real quick. So, even though the biblical realm, ladies and gentlemen, says this, right? It says that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. From day one, we have been given to Caesar. What have Caesar give to us? Because the land where Caesar take tax for is not Caesar land. Unless we have been tricked with the scripture. For real. There's no way, shape and form, me I go pay you tax to this land here. And me and the land where you depend Caesar, you not pay tax for it. That no fear, because the land no belong to you, Caesar, nor me. And then another troubling line in that again, we say, slave, obey your master. So therefore, we are going to be obedient and make sure so we give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So therefore, we will never make it in that 1%, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe that. All right? We will never make it to that 1%. Life is so unfair. Trust and believe it. Now, we come to 2021 now, ladies and gentlemen, where everybody will be obedient and everybody will give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and every slave will obey their master, and the slave them are unruly, guess what them get? Same thing me and you get. Poverty, homelessness, we are dead for hungry, all these things. The insurance company might rob out your eyeball and you can't do nothing because nobody up there in Caesar's castle is not campaigning on your behalf. Insurance company take your money and your house catch a fire and you want to make a claims, and insurance company say, boy, this and this and this never insured, but it's in the house, So we only got to pay you for the roof. And then you sit down there and you say to yourself, say, so who are going to come talk to that person there in a Caesar cabinet about what them I do? Because me and you can't go, because the first thing we are saying to ourselves, not only even ourselves, we are say, why we don't have the means or the money to do that, you know? That's what happened. But ladies and gentlemen, stick and stay. I'm going to take a quick break and come right back. When we come right back, we are going to burn a fire. Guess what? That song here speaks volume. Take a listen.
You can depend on me. Yes, you can. Yeah. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down. And if I lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I want it out on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing fine. In your corner like the coach, the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no close, cash no swing my way. I knock my toll in not the road, but never switch I say. And if we fight to death, that's the right way. So when I call you my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Me in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Oh, yes, I am, whoa. Say she loyal to the grave, me hope you're not straight. Hope you not change your mind, me know that still. Yeah, my dog, I'm my dog, till the last day. Hope them not sell me out for the fast pay. In your corner like the cold shot and bring side. Tell yourself a fighter. Never switch when it get rough, yeah, we survive storm. Yeah, the family come first until my life. When me say love your sister, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down. Yeah, you're my solid from the start before no food I eat. From a barely have no shoes and from the roof I leak. I try to get to the paper, man, I'm on over street. I know the table turn the tune, I beat the youth a rip. Whatever dog them there, remember the crew now we. No girl couldn't sink the ship and money couldn't do it. Now I hide the glory from a farm, I want to know for see it. I put my bread up on a plane, now hell we used to sleep there.
Yes, tax season is here again. Do you need superior service that offers more than just tax filing? Well, look no further. Come to the Barrett's Group. Your filing experts await you as they give you the very best in tax preparation. They're authorized IRS e-filers, electronic filing, direct deposits to your bank, rapid refund in less than 24 hours, audit, shield, and so much more. It's the Barrett's Group. No upfront fees. What a deal! You just can't afford to not file with the Barrett's Group. Think big, and we're now located for your convenience at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida 33319. Call us at 954-306-8607.
You can depend on me. Yes, you can. Yeah. You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down. And if I lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I want it out on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing fine. In your corner like the coach, the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no close, cash no swing my way. I knock my toll in not the road, but never switch I say. And if we fight to death, that's the right way. So when I call him my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Me in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Oh, yes, I am, whoa.
Say she lion to the grave, me open her straight. Hope you not change your mind, me know that still. Yeah, my dog, I'm my dog, till the last day. Hope them not sell me out for the fast pay. In your corner like the cold shot and bring side. Tell us of a fighter. Never switch when they get rough, yeah, we survive star. Yeah, the family come first until my life.
When me say love your sister, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If anytime we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down.
Yeah, me solid from the start before no food I eat. From a barely have no shoes, and from the roof I leak. I try to forget to the paper, man, I'm on over street. I know the table turn the tune, I beat the youth a rip. Well, I'm dog them there. Remember the crew now we. No girl couldn't sink the ship and money couldn't do it. Now I the glory from a farm, I want to know for see it. But put my bread up on a plane, now hell we used to sleep there. And if the house and everything said, they would just stand up by the king's side.
I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down.
I'm in your corner, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll always be in your corner. But the real question is, are you in my corner? That's the question. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. I am your captain speaking. If you just missed the previous hour, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you miss a whole lot, literally 1 hour. So we're less than an hour in to the final segment of the show right now, which is the segment that I said we are going to do what? In my Jamaican dialogue, we're going to burn a fire. For real. So listen, if you can't take the heat, leave the kitchen. You know it already. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that we're going to give away this beautiful tabletop FM/HD radio here, and all courtesy of Caribbean Radio HD, ladies and gentlemen, which you are listening to currently locally here in South Florida on 94.9 HD2, and of course in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, which is the tri-state area, on 93.5 HD3. You can get one of these just by answering 2 out of the 3 questions correct. If you answer all 3, fine and dandy. Listen, it doesn't matter where in the world you're at, we will ship this radio out to you, all courtesy of Caribbean Radio HD. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a question, and one of those 3 questions, if you get 2 out of the 3 correct, this beautiful piece of device here is yours. We will ship this out to you if you're locally here in South Florida, especially in the Fort Lauderdale area. We will deliver this to you, or you can come and pick this up at our studio right here at FLEXX FM. All right? Cool. For those of you who are texting me about the social media platform, Facebook, if it's working or not, I am not too sure. I am more into FLEXXFM.online. All right, so it's FLEXXFM.online. I am not too sure if it's going in and out. It works for some, it doesn't work for others. They have been having some issues. I'm not sure if it's technical issues or legal issues or whatever it is, but they're having some glitches. So I'm just asking you to go over to FLEXXFM.online. You can watch this show uninterrupted and every other show that produces here. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, again, you can catch us live on Caribbean Radio HD, which is 94.9 HD2 in South Florida, and 93.5 HD3 in the tri-state area. All right? And that's Caribbean Radio, large and in charge, ladies and gentlemen. Home of the Brother Gary Morning Show. So make sure you guys check it out, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I have 3 questions I'm going to ask you in regards to winning this radio right here. The number here to call to win this radio is 305-654-7944. Again, that number is 305-654-7944. All right? That's the number you're going to call to win this beautiful piece of device here. And I told you that 115 will be giving away this radio right here. Let me just put you in the line of fire right now, ladies and gentlemen, where this next topic is going and where we're going. So we have seen where I tell you how the system is and how it operates and how it runs. And if you don't get a blunt or a pinch or a feel of it, and you don't wake up and realize, then of course you will be forever be a slave to this system here. If it may seem hard to get out of or get from under it, but yes, you can. That was a slogan our president used, and trust me, you can use that slogan too. Yes, you can move and get around it. All you have to do is just nobody be lazy no more. It's going to take you to do some work. Them say by the sweat of your brow, right? So it's going to take you for bust a little sweat. Yes, man. All right. So, a healthcare worker, or a couple of them, ladies and gentlemen, got fired. I was checking the tabloids and I saw where 175 workers, if not quit, got fired because they refused to take the vaccine that was mandated in that state. Now, when I check the level of different states, it is mandated in some states, but not all, where it depends on your profession and it depends on the state. Where if you work in some areas, such as like healthcare and government sector and stuff like that, you are required by law to take the vaccine, or every 2 days present a negative test result. For some state not take no test, no negative test result. Them just want to know say a vaccine. Period. Now, when reading these tabloids, ladies and gentlemen, and when watching these short clips and these videos of these persons who are being affected by it, I myself am very much affected by it, and there's a lot of people will be affected even more. This is just trials and error. Them gone through the trials and error stage now. Right now, everything is where they want it to be. Explain, you may ask. All right. I'm going to show you a clippings, ladies and gentlemen, of some executive going about it like crab in a barrel, sideways. I got sideways upon the people them. For try for them leave the work so them not get the money where them forget. And the people them are not idiot. The people them have some good advice upon the team. Them nurses that say, yo, me not quit my job, nor do I walk off my job. What these nurses are actually saying, they are saying, listen, I do not quit my job. Are you firing me? Because I know if you fire them, the compensation that they are supposed to get. Right? All right. So, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, healthcare workers get fired. So, therefore, them can now take a different approach, like the lawsuit approach. Now, them can take an approach where them compensation from you, your health facility that they have been probably given 5, 10, 15 years of them life for. And only so wicked. If the people them decide that them don't want to, only even want to take the money where them forget rightfully after them work so hard. Eh? Come on, man. No, sir. Mankind are no cool, man. On a dread. Ladies and gentlemen, watch a video real quick. And I'll come back and dissect it. Take a look.
And you didn't do the vaccine either?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I was not terminated. I did not quit.
You guys keep saying we chose, but you gave us no choice. We did not quit. Okay, so
there was a choice.
Okay, so then fire us.
You did. The badge is not your property.
I did not quit. I was not fired, and they're trying to remove us from the property. Are you firing us?
I will not answer your specific questions. I have told you what I'm going to do.
But I had not quit. So am I being fired?
You are being terminated.
Hi.
How are you?
Hey, Allie.
Hey.
So, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get logged on to a computer, or?
I was gonna pick up some shifts and stuff. I just stopped to talk to her.
So you do not work here anymore. Sarah Beth had this conversation with you in detail. You talked to HR yesterday.
I did not quit and I was not fired. There's no other option. There are only two options. I have not quit and I have not received a termination letter.
You're gonna have to leave. We need your badge and we need you to leave.
No. Under what? On what grounds?
You do not want this to get ugly.
On what grounds do you have?
We're gonna ask that you do the right thing and you leave right now.
No, you guys chose not to do the right thing by not giving us a choice.
Are you working? You're here. You're here.
I am here.
Okay.
I was not able to clock in this morning.
She didn't get the vaccine either.
Hey, Eddie, I need you over at the ambulatory surgery entrance, please.
I know, honey.
Thank you. What's your name?
Ashley.
Last name?
Rich.
Okay. And you didn't do the vaccine either?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I...
Listen, apparently it's those who don't take the vaccine that they're cancelling their cards, so that when them clock in, them don't realize that them can't clock in because they didn't take the vaccine. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, they get even better. Now, you realize the lady says she come to work, that means she never quit, because if she quit, she won't come to work. Now, so it go. All right. She not call out sick, nothing at all. She just never take the vaccine, but she still come to work. Apparently, it's them make it say, yo, listen, you can't be a healthcare. No, if the people, look how serious this thing is, you know. If you have coronavirus, who's going to help you? The healthcare workers, right? And if they decide that the young lady said, you didn't give me a choice. That's not what is choice? Do anyone know what choice is? Is when you can choose between either A or B. And if I choose B, you want me to choose A and I choose B. Does that sound familiar with you, ladies and gentlemen? Now the same thing, the Bible keeps saying it give you choices. You have a choice. But if you choose one, you get punished for whatever one you choose. Now, what is the wrongdoing there that these young ladies do? What did they do wrong? Because if me mask myself up and put myself, it can't stop me from helping people or caring for people, you know, which is what these nurses does. This is what they do. Them care for people. So if you are going to take them out of the system now because the choice that they make, remember, you know, them not make the choice to kill nobody, you know. If they make a choice of to kill themselves, if that's the way it is. Because all I see is, you have a choice to take it or not to take it. And if you do take it, then of course, then you live forever. And if you don't take it, then you go dead next week or tomorrow. So, who are go dead? You who take it or you who don't take it, if that is the case. So, what me I worry about if you don't take it for? What me I go fire you for if you don't take it? Your life. You have the choice to if you want to take it or not. That's the way it should be. But no, it becomes down to the biblical realm now, ladies and gentlemen. But anyhow, these Houston nurses actually come and them speak out, ladies and gentlemen, because 175 of them, you know, decides to them not doing it. That's a lot of nurses, you know. That's a lot of patients you're not seeing. This is a lot of hospital now, I got to realize, who are stepping up and speaking on the behalf of these people, who supposedly have a choice. This is a country that runs under a democracy policy, ladies and gentlemen, which is you have a right to choose. You have the right to choose who your insurance company is, who your cable provider is, who your phone provider is, which restaurant you want to eat, or which supermarket you want to buy. You have a choice. This is what this is. This is what democracy is, ladies and gentlemen. But it boils down to like, oh, no, you don't. You think you do. That's the illusion right there. But in all facts and actuality, we don't. Clearly you just saw that we don't. But anyhow, let's roll the dice on this other video, ladies and gentlemen, where the Houston nurses them speak out, and let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear their side to the story. Check this out.
hospital once inundated with COVID patients, now the stage for a different battle.
My company could ask me to jump off a building if I wanted to. It doesn't mean I have to do it.
I don't believe I should have to make the choice to put this in my body to continue to do a job that I've been doing successfully for 14 years.
Asking us to do things that could be contrary to our own health and could be detrimental to our health for the sake of making other people feel comfortable, I don't believe is right.
I survived it, actually getting the virus. It makes no sense to me to go and get a shot for something that I've already survived.
Jennifer, Kara, Sarah, and Kathy have all chosen not to get vaccinated and are all losing their jobs at Houston Methodist. They're concerned the vaccine didn't go through extensive clinical trials before being given to the public.
If I were to take this vaccine, then therefore I am a part of a clinical trial that I do not want to be a part of.
But there were trials. This is not the trial, as you just said. There were trials.
I don't trust the safety of this. I do not believe that it has been tested adequately by any means.
None of them agree with the guidance from all major health authorities in the U.S. that the vaccines are effective and safe.
Every public health organization, the CDC, the FDA, say that it is safe and effective. You don't believe those organizations?
No, I don't. I do not believe them at all.
Federal agencies and the vast majority of medical experts say adverse reactions to the vaccines are exceedingly rare and that staying unvaccinated is much more dangerous.
The science is also very clear about unvaccinated people. You remain at risk of mild or severe illness, of death, or of spreading the disease to others.
Yet these nurses all argue they've seen adverse effects.
People that I have worked with, people that I know, family members, close friends that have had serious side effects.
Jennifer claims she's treated hundreds of patients at Houston Methodist who had adverse reactions to the vaccine, a statement the CEO of the hospital completely disputes.
It's a shame when we see misinformation put out there. That's completely inaccurate. Of course, we all see side effects of the vaccines. We know that sore arms and small low-grade fever and a number of other things happen. But for her to imply that there has been something more than that is frankly downright offensive to the people who work at Houston Methodist.
Dr. Mark Boom says 99% of employees are now vaccinated after first offering bonuses and then making it a condition of employment. Kathy says she resigned shortly after Dr. Boom sent an email reacting to the lawsuit, reading in part, "It is unfortunate that the few remaining employees who refuse to get vaccinated and put our patients first are responding in this way."
I felt like that was just another knife to the back. We had been there every day to go to work in an environment that wasn't safe. First, we were heroes, and now I feel like I'm the villain.
Well, I'm disappointed that she felt she felt that way. What I've heard repeatedly, time and time and time again, from the vast majority of employees is a big resounding thank you. A thank you for leading the way. A thank you for putting patient safety first.
Kate, you see this vaccine skepticism. It raises a question. Is this something that's specific to these nurses in this hospital, or is it more widespread?
So there's some evidence that it's happening at many hospitals, Savannah. USA Today did a survey of some of the largest hospital networks. Only about 4% of the hospitals in the country were surveyed, but they found that fully vaccinated rates ranged from 53 to 72%. Now, Houston Methodist CEO emphasized they are worried that that could be dangerous for patients, particularly the most vulnerable. When I asked the nurses about putting patients at risk, Kara, for example, agreed that she has an obligation to patient safety, but she said she also has an obligation to herself and her family. She said some people might see that as selfish, but she's putting her own rights first. And Savannah, they all echoed that.
Yeah, Kate, and worth underscoring, there were the proper...
In an airplane, them say if anything should happen and this mask drop down, secure your mask first before securing others, right? All right, and those are the aviation rules and laws that them give out on them airplane where you fly 30,000 feet sky high in the air. Yes. So in any other field, ladies and gentlemen, you see a fire, you run out, firemen are running. You see a shootout, police are running, me and you run out. So we see the difference. Now, they were considered hero at one point, now them zero. I'm even tell you, I'm not laughing for real. But not just only those Houston nurses, ladies and gentlemen, are speaking up and speaking out. There are a lot of protests going on where you don't know about it because guess what? The networks, the big networks are censoring the people like you and I who have our opinion, and it seems like we can't even speak about how we feel and speak about our opinion. Listen, what we're doing here, we're not saying to you, do not take a vaccine or go take a vaccine. I am neither on the fence, off the fence, or over the fence. I am just saying, as human beings, please treat us like human beings and stop treating us like animals. That's all I am saying. We are human beings. Not because we're not fitted in the 1% and we're not the executive of this or the executive or the CEO or CFO or all these things. We are human beings. Stop treating us like rats. Dog gets better treatment than human being in this country. My people, I'm just so saddened to see how another human being, because you have a little bit more dollar than the other person, or you treat the other person. And sometimes you sit and you wait and you say to yourself that one day, you know, me go watch a person come down the ladder, you know. And the book tells us, just turn the other cheek, you know. Me, I'm not looking at you going, me a pass, me a step over you and go up the ladder there. Me not looking and stretching a hand down to you, you know. Because so you do that and bring them up, them same one get a second opportunity to knock you down again. This is why it seems like we are crabbing a barrel, but we're not. It's the people who you continuously give these second chances, keep knocking you off the ladder. Imagine me and you coming at this as low entry level worker, and we're both away at work, and me find a link and say, yo, this is all we can do to get this thing done. And me share the link with you, and you go tell management, say, this me I do and that me I do. To get me fired, so you can get the available position that is there. And you gotta tell me, say, I'm a dog eat dog, something this, and a crab in a barrel, something this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't watch your hype when them talk about race and color and a distraction that we are human beings. Hold on. I am going to share a reason with you, ladies and gentlemen, why healthcare workers declining the vaccine, because I cannot show you that and do not show you these other videos, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot share that with you and don't share why they would want to decline the vaccine. Some just explain, like the Houston workers just now, why they decline it. But I'm going to share with you why you know, these healthcare workers are declining. And if them are declining and I feel that, you know, what's up me and you? Just roll the dice and take a look on this one, ladies and gentlemen.
In some pockets of the country, large numbers of healthcare workers have turned down the vaccine, raising concerns about the rollout. In some pockets of the country, large numbers of healthcare workers have turned down the vaccine, raising concerns about the rollout.
As a COVID vaccine rolls out this week, questions are being raised by some about safety and side effects.
And it seems that not everyone will be lining up for the shots. WPTV News Channel 5's Matt Stesney looks into the concerns being raised by a local healthcare professional.
Jean Marie Naser is a nurse in Boca Raton who says she is not getting a vaccine for COVID.
I've looked at the science, I've studied what they have put forth in their studies and their warnings, their precautions, and the side effects, and I am not comfortable to say that this is something that would be safe for myself.
She says she found the information provided by Pfizer and available on the FDA's website.
Not only that it's being rushed, they flat out admit that they didn't do the full study. They haven't provided that information, and that they say they'll follow up for 24 months.
It's something that is alarming to doctors like Larry Bush, who is investigating one vaccine trial in Palm Beach County.
We're constantly looking for any side effects, and we're obligated to report them to the FDA.
Dr. Bush says the vaccines at this point have gone through 3 phases of trials, and he is not hesitating to recommend vaccinations.
I just had 5 people in the office today ask, should I get a COVID vaccine when it's available to me? And my answer is, as soon as you can, I would get mine as soon as I can.
This week, Florida began vaccinating healthcare providers as the governor expects over 1 million doses to arrive by the end of the month.
I'm confident that as more and more people get this, people are going to see, you know what, that's something that would make sense to me, and we're going to do it.
The governor says he won't mandate people to get vaccines, which he adds if several drug makers can win approval for them in the coming weeks, could end up being largely available to the public by spring. In West Palm Beach, Matt Cesny, WPTV.
Okay, all right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what's happening, especially here in Palm Beach County. As you see, that's Mr. DeSantis, our governor for the state of Florida. And as much as they're trying not to make vaccine mandatory, they are trying their best to try to get as much people vaccinated as possible. However, it still does not says, because listen to the tricks in trade with this to them people. It still does not says how my job is on the line if I choose not to. Ladies and gentlemen, some people can't even eat at some restaurant now, and they need to go learn to cook. Some people now, when them go to the store to get them essential, it's like if this is going to become mandatory now, so therefore this is where we're having a problem now, my people. So if you believe that prophecy is not fulfilling, or if you believe that this thing is not transforming into something that is totally written umpteen years ago, then I want you to watch this video with me. What is meant by 666? I want you to take a look, ladies and gentlemen, and listen carefully. All right? And then we are going to pull all the necessary strings and make all the necessary stops where they need to be with this one. Take a look.
Even unbelievers know that the number 666 represents something dark. Why 666? Where does the idea come from? It's found in the last book of the Bible, in the book of Revelation. There is just the one reference. It's in the 13th chapter. Verse 16 says that the beast will cause all people to be given a mark. And verse 17 says that people won't be able to buy or sell unless they have the mark. And the mark will be the name or the number of the beast. Verse 18 follows, and it's the key verse. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. It is 600.
Name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, I want to read this with me now. Let's go over it again now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. He, the beast, causes all. Now, the beast is in bracket. To be given a mark. 17 says, no one will be able to buy or to sell except the one who has the mark. The name of the beast or the number of his name. The number of his name. Listen now. Now, this is something me can take weeks, days, months, or probably years to figure out what is 666. 666. All right? Go catch us now. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. It is 666. All right? So again, here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. It is 666. All right. So now that we're going through that, ladies and gentlemen, all right, I want you to focus on the fact that no one will be able to buy or to sell except the one who has the mark. What that sound like to you? Big and serious. Tell me. No, real talk. What does that sound like to you? No one will be able to buy or sell. No, in a them the days they know my people. May I tell you? No, take that one off the air. In those times, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying this to you, where 666, no one will be able to buy or sell if you don't have the name or the number that is associated with that. All right? Okay, so now let me ask you this question now. Does that sound familiar to you? Like it's vaccine? Is there any familiarity in that? With what we're just showing? Listen, people are losing them work, people are losing this, people losing that. Doesn't that, Revelation, the last book of the Bible, chapter 13, verse 17. All right? Listen, chapter 13, verse 17. Okay? What does it say? No one will be able to buy or sell. Then it says, everything will go and come from the manuscript. Everything will go on right now come from the manuscript, ladies and gentlemen. You check it out and tell me if I lie. Real talk. I am telling you this. Pay attention, my people. Pay close attention. All right? So, therefore, I will let you know that I'm going to show you another clippings. I just wanted you to know that that's the last book, Revelation, and that speak of the mark of the beast. And if you don't have the mark of the beast, what is the repercussion of not having the mark of the beast? And you see what's happening right now. It seems like this thing here is the mark of the beast. Not my doings are saying, my people. I have a documentary I'm going to show after this show right here on FLEXX FM that online. You need to watch it carefully. All right? So check this out now. What is the mark of the beast? You may ask that question. Let's see if we can get some help in dissecting that for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to roll the dice on this video right here. What is the mark of the beast? Let's share that with you.
Even unbelievers know that the number 666 represents something dark. Why 666? Where does the idea come from? It's found in the last book of the Bible, in the book of Revelation. There is just the one reference. It's in the 13th chapter. Verse 16 says that the beast will cause all people to be given a mark. And verse 17 says that people won't be able to buy or sell unless they have the mark. And the mark will be the name or the number of the beast. Verse 18 follows, and it's the key verse. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. It is 600.
What is the meaning of the number 666? Does it have some mystical meaning? Well, here we are with our 666th episode of The Bible Speaks. So naturally in this episode, it probably makes sense for us to discuss the number 666. So the time for this question has arrived. By the way, I get bombarded by such questions very often from different people in various contexts. People are captivated by this topic presented in the book of Revelation. And perhaps they are correct to have such interest. Their curiosity is justified. The only question is, to what extent can we understand the true sense of this issue? In order for us to see it in detail, let us examine the context. We must speak of chapter 13, ironically enough, of the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible. This is the revelation that the Lord gave through John. revelation that speaks about the final events of history, about eschatology, that is, the final overture of the universe prior to Judgment Day and eternity with God. Of course, unbelievers will experience eternity in the lake of fire. It is here that John says there will be a time when Antichrist will rule the world. One of the goals of Antichrist will be to subdue all the inhabitants of the earth under his authority. Let us put it this way. Everyone who refuses to submit to Antichrist will be put to death. Verse 16 here says, "Also it causes all, both great and small, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be
the mark of the beast, pandemics, and the new world order. Facts versus fiction. That's the title of this.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I can tell you is that this is a never-ending story. Me I hear this from me a boy, but I've never seen this thing up close and personal, especially in this time, day and age, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe that. I have never seen it up this close and personal. Now, one thing I can tell you though, is that when hearing about it, I know that I was thinking that we're going to get a microchip in our hand, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. But then more and more now, it starts to seem as if that its vaccine is the roll call of the day. More and more, this is what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Like its vaccine is the roll call of the day. So therefore, if one should assume that vaccine is what we would call the mark of the beast, then here's why they would call it the mark of the beast, because of the fact that what they are mandating, it's of a similarity thing to it, and that's the problem. All right, so that within itself, ladies and gentlemen, will give anyone reasons to think that the vaccine would be the mark of the beast because of what was stated biblically and what would happen. Remember, in the book of Revelation 13 verse 17, it says, no one will be able to buy or sell, or who knows, no one will be able to go into a restaurant or do these things. But we see these things come to pass, and you can't ramp with people who are spiritually inclined, biblically inclined, my people, man. I'm telling you can't play them. They will believe anything them book says. So therefore, if the book says that, then guess what's going to happen? They would think that the vaccine is something of the mark of the beast, because you can't fly, you can't sail, you can't buy anything, and the book says that you can't buy nor sell until you get this mark of the beast, or the number with the name of the beast. So again, wait, I have a call? Yes. Caller, you're live, talk to me.
Greetings.
This is TC.
Yes, TC, this is DJ Israel. Greetings and one love, brethren.
What? One love, big brother.
Like listening to your reasoning. Love listening to your reasoning,
Thank
time
you.
and time again.
Father Israel, I love listening to your program too, man. I appreciate you 100%.
I appreciate that, brethren. I have a little statement I'd like to make if there's time for that.
Of course.
Regarding what you said.
Yes.
About servants obey your master.
Yes.
And also about
give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
I think one of the, because I've heard it all the time. Well, I guess you want to call it misunderstanding regarding scripture is this thing about the Bible condoning slavery. I know you never said it that way, but I know a lot of people do believe that.
Yes.
And I really don't think that. But here's how I'm gonna serve that up.
Yes, I know.
The scripture, right, is not really written for people who are not believing of it. It's written for those who believe in God
Yes.
Those who believe in Christ, and those who not only believe, but they are followers of Christ. Because
Yes.
there are people who believe in the Bible, believe in Christ, but they're not necessarily followers.
That is so
I don't know
true.
if you made that distinction. There are the people who believe, but they're not necessarily followers. It's written for those people. When it says, servant, obey your masters in the Lord, it's like this. Let's say, for example, I find myself, right?
Yes.
Where, let's say America is overrun by enemy forces, and I become, a lot of people, plus myself, become enslaved. The Bible is telling me, Lavelle, this is what you must do. This is how I want you to conduct yourself. Obey them. So when I obey them now, I put my life in God's hands. I must not try to escape or try to do anything egregious to the masters. I must rely on what the word tells me to do and act accordingly.
Yes.
And then the Lord will defend me. Very similar to when the apostles were jailed in prison in the book of Acts. And when they sang, what happened? The prison go fly.
Yes, that's true.
You know?
Yes.
You know, so when you are a believer in the word and you are a follower of Christ, you don't have to try to save yourself. You just do what the word tells you and act accordingly. That's what it is saying. It's not saying that God is condoning slavery against your will. If you find yourself in that situation, he's saying, this is the way I want you to act. It's a whole different concept there.
Okay.
People say, oh, the Bible condones slavery. No. You got to listen, because slavery exists from before time. All throughout history, different type of people, not just black people enslaved.
True.
But if you're a believer in God's word and you find yourself in this situation, this is the way you're supposed to act. It's not speaking to people who don't believe in the word of God. I have people who don't believe in the word of God going around criticizing the word, criticizing God's word, this and that and the other. It's not to you.
That's true.
Talking to you.
You have
to people who believe in it.
You have persons who don't understand it. But let me ask you a question though, Pastor Israel.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So remember, say you have a new generation.
Don't forget the show, Watch your time, all right? Don't forget your show.
Yes. Say you have a generation, a new generation being born. That's a generation that's going to be needed to be taught the word, right? So we weren't born knowing the word. We were taught the word.
True.
Right? And if you were born on another side of the world that this word is not accessible to, which that side of the world is the side that were moved into slavery. And then you were told, no, slave, obey your master. This is how they are going to view it. Would you say?
Yes. Yeah, ask me a question if they were told this is the way you're going to do it.
Yeah, if they were told, slave, obey your masters, then they would be the kind that, because this is not something that they're accustomed to. They have never read the scripture of how to conduct themselves and so forth. So you're going to find them rebellious like the Nani and the Kojo and the Paul Bogle and them people because they're not accustomed to this kind of lifestyle, this kind of culture, this way of life.
All right, let me speak to that because you say listen to my show. I don't know how much you're listening.
I'm listening to it, man. Even the Bible study thing, me just crave it some more. Me just come there and me just listen for it, edify myself,
Yeah, I've been speaking on the children of Israel, which is it's not going to finish anytime soon. I have a lot to say.
Yes.
I encourage you to have your friend listen to as well.
And let them know what time to.
When it concerns, sorry, go ahead.
Let them also know what time to as well. They can come and listen.
Yes. Am I live on the air?
Yes, man.
Oh, shoot. Anyway, my show is done to the foundation with I DJ Israel every Saturday 12 to 2 p.m. Let me answer your question this way. It's when it comes to black people, we're under a different kind of mantle. Anything concerns us has to do with either God blessing us or He's judging us.
Yes.
So since we came here back on the Atlantic slave trade,
yes,
that was judgment on us.
It was?
But notice though, yes, it was.
Okay.
I haven't gone into. I'm gonna cover that too during my my times on the radio on Saturdays. I'm gonna cover that part too. I think I've covered some of it, but I'm gonna go through some more.
Yes.
Yeah, we are under God's judgment because we're under a covenant with the Abrahamic covenant. So when it comes to us, we're under a different type of mantle.
Okay.
And we were judged to be enslaved in such a manner. But notice though that after the slave began to become religiousized, notice that what changes began to occur. And as soon as they become churchgoers and start to believe and start to read God's word, and that's when emancipation came around those times. Yeah, so there's a lot we don't understand as black folks scripturally concerning us as a people. And I'm called by God to explain these things.
I love that.
And I say, every Saturday night, 22, I'll be going over this.
Yes.
I've started a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to continue this.
Please
continue. For a long while.
Please, I am going to be the first one in class, especially this Saturday. All right?
Yeah, man, blessed love me.
All right,
yeah,
DJ
man,
as
blessed
well.
love me.
Thanks. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's about that time that we're going to give away some caller. Talk to me alive. Hello?
Blessings, caller. How you see? You good?
Great, man. Nice.
Brother, I tell you something.
Yes.
There's nothing more hilarious to me. I was raised in the church, and I remember grew up and believing in the Bible and the whole night. But there's nothing more hilarious to me than people trying to defend the Bible. It's funny. It's funny, but because here one. Talk to 10 pastors and tell you 10 different things, but at the end of the day, I was listening to you earlier, and then I listened to the previous caller. If we go by logic and realism and not just blind faith, the Bible does condone slavery. All right, different times. Sometimes it's different times and whatever. But if you look through the Bible, there are multiple times that slavery was mentioned in the Bible. You know what was never mentioned in the Bible regarding slavery? Not to do it. Right. So at the end of the day,
say that again. Hold on. Say that again for me there. What was not mentioned?
Not to have slaves, right?
Not to have.
There is no explicit. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't read the book cover to cover, but as far as the times that I've seen slavery mentioned in the Bible, I'm yet to see the one that said, "Jano, it's wrong, don't do it." It's just like how they take the commandments, and you have commandments that say what not to do.
Yes.
And then even stuff that were not commandments, they were words that told you what you shouldn't do and to live by this. I don't recall seeing anything in the Bible that said don't have a slave. So for somebody to interpret it as the Bible condones slave, I don't think you're wrong to interpret it that way. Things have changed, times have evolved, but the funny part of it to me is just hearing everybody trying to defend the Bible. It's like when people try to defend a Bob Marley song. You don't know when they say Bob Marley have a song when I say I am like maybe the high as a kite, but we put merit on it and
like a lion in Zion. Yes.
You understand? I am under the maybe it was as high and just having fun as an artist and creating something, but we then put our merit on it because of how we measure him right now as an artist. And it's the same thing with the Bible. Because of what we see as the Bible, and we cannot have anybody discrediting the Bible and so forth. It's not open for assumptions, it's not open for anybody to critique. Then we come and we say, yo, no, I can't. So I listened to 10 different pastors and they defend it too, but it's a different level of defense.
True.
And it's completely different arguments. But the truth is, the Bible did condone slavery. Call it what it is. I am a Christian, and I'll say that. The Bible did condone it.
I like you. I like you a lot. Thanks, brother, for dissect that for me for real and in the way that you do, like a teacher would, a professor. I like that, sir.
My name is Sean Garrity, my bad man. Peace.
All right.
I joke, man. I'm going to get the man. That's about joke.
A family. We are family. I like that. I know he's laughing too.
All
right, my brother. Cool. Big up, G. Cool.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Bless up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. No matter which way you want to spin it, it's still a slice of bread. It no matter which way you turn it, at the same slice of bread. If you cut off the side them off it, it's still a slice of bread. Trust and believe that. When you dissect it and it's all said and done, it is still a slice of bread. That's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, DJ Israel, my love and respect, and thanks for your input on the tape, my brother. And don't forget you can, listen to DJ Israel right here on Caribbean Radio HD at on Saturdays, 12 to 2 p.m. All right, so make sure to check him out for real. And of course, coming up next, right after me, is the man himself, G. Cole. So make sure you stick and stay to that. That's going to be very interesting, and you can hear the intellect in the brothers that call. You know what I mean? And how passionate they are about what they speak about. I love it. I love it a lot. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, time is actually skanking away from me. I see 10 minutes on the clock here. I know I only have 5. So let me just give away this radio real quick. Now, I'm going to ask 3 questions, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers here are 305-654-7944. That's 305-654-7944. I have 3 questions for you in regards to the movie that we show on Movie Mondays. And this movie that we show last night was One Love. All right? Now, here is question number 1. What was the combination for the safe? Let me see how much you watch this movie, ladies and gentlemen. What was the combination for the safe? Write that down. Here's question number 2. Who was the sponsors for the competition? Question number 3. As a matter of fact, you know what? The number is 305-654-7944. A young lady wanted to win this. Let's reach out to her. All right? She called earlier, and she really want to win this HD radio. Call her live.
Yeah, did you do the program, the quiz already?
I am doing it right now. All right? I'm gonna ask you the question, and if you can answer this question, this beautiful device that I have in my hand here is yours. All right? Where you located?
Don't hang up.
So we showed a movie yesterday called One Love, starring Kimani Mali and others. Now, I'm going to ask you 3 questions that derive from that movie. All right?
Okay.
What is the name of the actress that plays Serena in the movie? Her name was Serena, a young lady who played a stellar role in the movie. What was her name?
I watched that movie so many years ago. I used to have never listened to you. Oh God, I'm stupid.
I have 3 questions. If you get this one of the 3, this radio is yours. Just this one. All right, you want me to give you a different question?
Yes.
All right, let me give you a different question. Who
you know
was
how much about 2 hours now? I sit down in my truck and wait for you. I talked to the other lady and she said because you have a preacher just like maybe about 10 minutes ago. I need you to send me a copy of that CD there or something. You know how long I sit down on my truck and I may do driveway and can't even open the door. Trust me, man. You take me in.
Okay. All right.
She take my number so you will call me back.
All right. So here's another question now. Who was the sponsor for the competition in that same movie? What company were the sponsors?
Oh my God.
It was 2 companies. If you can name one out of the 2. May I try to make it easy for you?
Hard Rock?
No.
Jamaican company used to me. Hard Rock?
No, me give you one more try.
Jam Rock?
No. I see you like the rock, you know. No, it wasn't. All right. I know the first question would be very hard. What was the combination of the safe? The combination of the safe, I couldn't give you that. The sponsors, there were 2 sponsors in the competition that they had in the movie. And of course, the name of the female actress that goes by the name Serena in the movie. All right, so I see where time I blow it for me. Let me just give you the answers to this question real quick. And who knows, maybe you can win it tomorrow.
All right.
All right, so the answer to the question is, what was the name of the actress that plays Serena in the movie is Shireen Anderson. And the companies, the two companies that were the sponsors in the competition was Cable and Wireless and Western Union. The combination to the safe was 15, 12, and 11. But who knows? Tomorrow we make an... so since nobody, because the phone line a beep like, whoa, but we run out of time. So maybe you have an opportunity to win this tomorrow, all right?
All right, cool, my youth.
All right, my sister. Love and respect. Thanks very much for partaking. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time right here on Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. I do hope that some of what I said today, speaks volume. I want to thank the callers. I want to thank everyone who partake. We still have the radio here. We'll be giving away this tomorrow, right here between 12 and 2. Make sure that you come here. We have some more questions that we're going to ask in regards to the movie that we played yesterday on Movie Mondays called One Love. All right? If not, then please go watch it back on your own time, and maybe you can win this radio tomorrow just by watching it, all right? So may I send you go watch it again. Cool? All right. With that being said, have yourself a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave you with this song that definitely will inspire someone today. Have yourself a blessed and a grand Tuesday. Merry Tuesday to you. One life, live it to the fullest. I love you all. Me gone.
I'm in your corner, anytime the trouble is on. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner, anytime the trouble is on you. I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down.
And if me lose it all and everything slide down, stand on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I want it out on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing fine. In your corner like the coach, at the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no clothes, catch no swing my way. I love my tool and not the road, but never switch, I say. And if we fight to death, that's the right way.
So when I call him my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If any time we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Me in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Oh, yes, I am, whoa.
Say she loyal to the grave, me hope you're not straight. Hope you not change your mind, me know that still. Yeah, my dog, I'm my dog, till the last day. Hope them not sell me out for the fast pay. In your corner like the cold shot and bring side. Tell us of a fighter. Never switch when they get rough, yeah, we survive storm. Yeah, the family come first until my life.
When me say love your sister, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I'm realness. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. If any time we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. Yes, I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down.
Yeah, me solid from the start before no food I eat. From a barely have no shoes, and from the roof I leak. I try to get to the paper, man, I'm on over street. I know the table turn the tune, I beat the youth a rip. Well, I'm dog them there. Remember the crew now we. No girl couldn't sink the ship, and money couldn't do it. Now I the glory from a farm, I want to know for see it. I put my bread up on a plane, now hell we used to sleep there. And if the house and everything inside, they would just stand up by the king side.
I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down.
Season is here again. Do you need superior service that offers more than just tax filing? Well, look no further. Come to the Barrett Group. Your filing experts await you as they give you the very best in tax preparation. They're authorized IRS e-filers, electronic filing, direct deposits to your bank, rapid refund in less than 24 hours, audit, shield, and so much more. It's the Barrett Group. We're now located for your convenience at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida 33319. Call us at 954-306-8607.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.